take a nap, right? But so there's physical rest, which we are most familiar with, restoring your body, naps, stretching, and even massage. I didn't realize that was a form of physical rest, you know? And then mental rest, being able to quiet your mind when it's racing and it's so much going on. So taking breaks, writing down your thoughts, creating to-do lists, and to free up mental energy and getting still. So I do to-do lists every single week. Every Monday is here's what I'm gonna be doing for the week. And I didn't realize that was a form of rest because it's getting it out of my head onto paper.
Right.
I do a big poster paper like this, and these are my intentions. And it's not always all of the things I need to do. Sometimes it's like breathe. It's remember to be kind to yourself. It's those things too. Because it's not just action, and it's like, okay, how am I taking care of me? And I include that on that list too, right? So then we have emotional rest. So we talked about this earlier, authentically expressing your feelings, setting boundaries with people, freeing yourself from the pressure of having to hold it all together, right? We know that all too well. We always got it together. And that's the other thing I have to teach my others about me, that I don't always have it together. And when, it's like, oh, what? You're sick? Yeah, I get sick. Yeah, I was in the emergency room last week, from a very excruciating cycle that I never, ever experienced before. It landed me in the emergency room. Because normally, you just kind of let me figure this out. I'm drinking my teas, I'm doing all these different things, and nothing was working, and it was so bad. And I said, let me call Kaiser. Let me call the advice nurse and at least see what they say. And then they were like, we think you should come in. So, but the thing is, I was sitting there waiting so long. By the time they called me, the pain went away. So, thankfully, but now I'm aware of, as we get older, it's changing. But that was really, really scary. So, I have never been a pill taker. I don't like pills. I'm gonna drink some tea. So I need to figure out what's something that will help me with that if that happens again.
Looking for more holistic ways.
Yes, like the next level of that. So Samantha, if you got any tips, Miss Holistic Wellness.
I will be happy to share with you.
Yeah. Appreciate that. But yeah, I had to saying all that to say, people are surprised when I'm knocked down. It's like, it shouldn't be that way. I'm not strong all the time. I don't always have it together. And so I'm learning to tell people, even as, hey, I'm on my way to the emergency room. Hey, I'm doing, that so that people know, right?
Yeah.
So,
that's good.
Yeah. And then sensory rest. This is a big one, okay? Turning off the screens, okay? Dimming the lights and spending more time in quiet and natural environments. And I think even just scrolling on social media can be draining.
Yeah.
Even if you're watching a bunch of positive stuff, which is hard to really do, right? It's draining because we're seeing hundreds of images and thousands probably, and depending on how long you on there, and it's all kind of stuff coming at us. So it's important to engage in that level of rest, and I'm working on that too, especially at night.
Yeah.
Because I'll save it for nighttime. I'm like, I got all my goals accomplished. Now tonight I can go check in, and you look up and you didn't fell asleep. So,
and that does not provide for a restful sleep, going to bed.
But you know what I do?
That's screaming.
After that, I make up for it though, because I fall asleep to frequency tones and every single night there's frequency tones, there's affirmation, sleep meditation. So I kind of make up for that. I don't just go straight to sleep. I have to reset, restore, and renew. So then we have creative rest, engaging in activities just for fun, not productivity like coloring, crafts, what we're doing right now, and other creative expression acts, right? Just to take the break from the day to day. I think Britt was talking about that, you know, just wanting to do things for fun and not just working and you know, like that's the main routine. It's like, what is that thing that pours back into you? And you said you like art and, you know, so I don't know how often you making room for it throughout.
I'm trying to make more time for it, you know.
Okay.
I know it will lift my mood, you know.
Yeah, so love that. So we doing that right now. We doing creative rest, okay? And then we have social rest. Now this is a big one for us introverts out here. So spending time alone. This is where, you know, we recharge alone. Or I read too that it can be spending time with people who actually recharge you. So if it's not solitude, it's like who's pouring back into me, and you know, a restorative way. Because I'm glad I have certain sister friends who don't just take from me. They don't just pull, and it's not one-sided. They hold space and we hold space for each other, and we're able to pour into each other and have that reciprocation. You know, I think that's a form of social rest. Especially if you're somebody who everybody's always pulling off or something and they're never pouring back into you. You know. So then, lastly, is spiritual rest. So connecting to a higher power, a cause, a community, God, whoever you may call your creator, and through practices like prayer, meditation, going to church, or even sitting out in nature. So I see God when I'm sitting in nature. Different reflections of the divine.
That's right.
You know, so those are the 7 forms of rest. And if we can reframe rest in this way, because I know when we hear rest, it can be this resistant thing. Like, oh, I'm not gonna rest. I don't got time to rest. But these are different ways you can rest.
You don't have time not to rest.
Yeah. Reframe.
Don't make me rest.
Yeah.
It's gonna look real different.
Because what's the alternative? We know the alternative is exhaustion, is burnout, is stress, is all of those things. And we talked about earlier where that leads to, you know. So we need to incorporate rest on a regular basis, you know. And y'all get it. So we're the ones that go practice it and go be the example and create that ripple effect on our community. So that is that.